Hey, Scruffy. Saw you on the gray mat a few minutes ago. We moved over to the petting mat. And yeah, the weather is really weird today, huh? Temperature really dropped off, and there's storm clouds all over the sky. It's supposed to rain overnight. And tomorrow. And the next day. And possibly even the next day. Okay. So kneel down, get your food on the table, put the glove on. And sit in a chair. Scruffy's ready for pets. He's pushing into him. Yeah, so the weather is really weird. So yeah, they predicted this. But yeah, it's very odd since we just came off a heat wave. So I thought the season had changed. You know, usually we don't get rain this late in the season. Usually it stops months ago. They always seem to be in drought. So we actually need the rain. So if it rains the next few days, it's actually probably a good thing. But yeah, it's a real surprise. Yeah, Scruffy's headbutting. Actually, a little worried he might accidentally headbutt the chair if he misses the glove. I'd like to, yeah, get him a little bit further away from the chair. Because, yeah, he's missed a couple times in the past, and, yeah, he's headbutt the chair. Probably doesn't feel good. I was actually reading some articles about woodpeckers. So, scientists are trying to figure out how woodpeckers are able to hit the tree so hard without getting a concussion or killing itself. So I think there was one research paper or something that was claiming woodpeckers have some something in the head basically that absorbs the shock. And then I think there was another theory from a different paper that was claiming the tongue actually acts as a shock absorber. So I guess the tongue retracts in the head or something and surrounds the brain. But then there was another paper that was critical of the shock absorber theories because I think they modeled or they're tracking the motions and I guess a slow motion camera or something, and they were showing that there doesn't seem to be any shock absorption. There's no reduction in velocity, and I think they used the analogy. So if you're trying to drive a nail into a tree or something, or a piece of wood, you don't put a pillow between the nail and the hammerhead. That's going to defeat the purpose. And then, by extension, if there was a shock absorption in the head, the woodpecker would just have to hit even harder to mitigate that, which to mitigate the loss of force to drive the beacon. And so if they're hitting the head even harder, that also defeats any um, cushions to protect the brain. So anyway, so yeah, there doesn't seem to be any agreement on how the woodpecker is able to hit things so hard. And I saw a woodpecker on my bicycle trip today. And he's, I think, on the ground, and yeah, he was taken off as I was approaching. Wasn't hitting any or knocking on any trees at the moment. Though I have seen them at the park, and yeah, sometimes I hear them occasionally. So yeah, I went for a bike ride today, and it's basically I figure it's my last chance before the storms, and I was a little concerned because the temperature really dropped today. Winds started picking up, and there are storm clouds everywhere. It's really dark today. We've been getting so much sun recently. I thought night was falling right now, but yeah, the sun's still up. But yeah, so anyway, the forecast is predicting thunder and lightning yet tomorrow, and so I figured this is my last chance to go out because I'm definitely not going to go out in a lightning storm. So I went for my bike ride, and oops, I thought Scruffy was looking around there for a second. I thought he was going to strike. But, so I went for my bike ride today. Just take last day before the weather really turns bad. But I was a little concerned maybe it was going to turn bad while I was out there. But it was okay. I didn't get caught in anything. Didn't get struck by lightning. When I first got to the park, I was actually surprised. There was a good number of people at the entrance and the entrance path. But as I got into the center of the park, nobody was there. The park was completely empty. And then when I got to the top of my climb, there was nothing. There was nobody around. It was dead silent and a little eerie. But I heard a bird that was making a strange, really interesting call. Reminds me a little bit of those is it a loon call? Like you hear in the movies or television when they need some exotic bird noise, particularly when it's kind of uneasy or very remote. Wasn't the same type of bird. It wasn't the same call. But not nearly as interesting as that one in film, but it had some similarities to it. So, but yeah, it was an interesting ride. I'm not used to it being so quiet like that, in the sense that all I could hear is the nature. And then on top of that, because there's actually rushing water in the creek now, I can actually kind of, even up there at the top, I can kind of hear the rushing water, which is really unusual. Usually you can't hear anything because water is barely moving most of the time. So it's really strange to hear the water that high up. So I'm going to feed Scruffy pretty soon, but today he was cooperative at lunch, and I brought in, I used one of the dinner bowls tonight for lunch, just to see how he handles it, see if he handles it any better than the big bowl I gave him yesterday. And once again, when I put down the bowl, he seemed to be confused. he meowed at me a few times as if he was waiting for me to give him food, and then kept pointing to the bowl. I kept, putting my finger in the bowl, trying to show him, hey, there's food in the bowl here. Finally, he got. I think, he figured it out, but he seems to be a little confused by the bowl now, which, yeah, I'm not sure if it's because I put the food in the bowl or if it's because I'm putting it on the red plate instead of on the table, like I do at dinner, or it's a combination of both. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna feed Scruffy now. Okay, so you got your food. So, anyway, yeah. Lunch went pretty well. Just, that tangled mess of fur around his legs, not budging. So eventually it's going to fall off as he continues shedding. But yeah, it's probably going to take a month. Okay. So yeah, anyway, lunch went well, so got the footage. Yeah, other than that, I did see him sleeping on the table this morning. But yeah, that was it. Hey, Scruffy. Weather's starting to turn, huh? We're gonna get rain overnight. It's going down quite a bit. But yeah, the rain won't come until later, I think. Okay, so your water. And get your food on the table. Get the glove. And okay. Scruffy came over. It's a little defensive, but not too bad. He's letting me pet him reasonably firmly on the back. It's kind of avoiding the head a little. So yesterday, Scruffy was a little confused, I think, with the bowl of food. Yeah. So I think he was confused several different ways. I think one, he thought it was going to put it on the little elevated table instead of the stacked containers, because I put the dinner on the table. And then I think he was confused because I had a bowl instead of just pouring it onto the red plate. Oh, Scruffy's doing the headbutts. It's a little worried he's going to headbutt the chair if he misses the glove. Scruffy's getting into the pets now. So anyway, for lunch today, I'm using one of his dinner bowls. So it's smaller than the one I used yesterday, but it's flatter. I still watered down the kibble a little bit, I want to see how he handles it today. Yeah, Scruffy's into the pets. Okay, let's get your food. Food? I think he's confused again. Food. Food over there. There he goes. You might have trouble smelling it when I water it down. Tonight's dinner is meaty pate with real chicken and tuna, kibble, and rotisserie chicken scraps. So today at lunch it was just kibble with 2 balls in the bowl in the standard dinner bowl, and then I watered down the kibble a little bit because I put a little bit of water in the kibble. I wonder if it suppresses the smell. So Scruffy's confused. He doesn't smell the food maybe when I put down the bowl. Or I don't know, maybe he's listening for it. So maybe when I normally pour the kibble, he recognizes the loose kibble sound, but because it's watered down, he can't hear it because it's not really moving around. So anyway, it's supposed to rain tonight and possibly the next few days. So I see 3 storm clouds in the forecast in the following 3 days. And tomorrow, it showed a lightning bolt. I checked it earlier today, and the lightning bolt disappeared. So maybe the thunder and lightning won't happen. But I'll move the balls. Scruffy did not do a very good job cleaning the bowl tonight. He's been really good the past couple minutes, but tonight's not so good. Maybe it means he's full. There's a piece of kibble stuck to the rainbow ball. It just fell onto the plate. Or table. I received a notice about a class action lawsuit for, I think it was one of my dad's investments, and basically it occurred, I think, back between 2017 and 2019, and so in order to qualify, you need to know a whole bunch of things about whatever particular security that was involved in those years, and like looking at it, it's like, geez, 2017? Are you like joking? It's 2023 now. So I don't know if I have access to all those records anymore. So, and yeah, without access to the records, I don't know if one, my dad actually qualifies, and two, if it's even worth the effort. Noticed swallowing motion from Scruffy a second ago. I was a little worried he's gonna throw up, but I think he's okay. Okay. Scruffy leaves the moment I start moving. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.